Anyway, welcome to the After the Pod for the Black Death.
Black Death.
Woo!
Woo!
If you haven't seen Something Rotten, they have a beautiful Black Death song.
Also, watch the previous episode if you haven't seen the podcast, so you understand, because we're covering much more than just what you have seen in your history textbooks.
Very true. I think it's interesting to see how people prior to having modern technology dealt with situations like this and how people learned. I think it's interesting, especially because I think Europe was behind a lot of other countries when they were developing. Like, in South America and Central America, they had running water and toilets, and Europe was throwing poop out of windows.
Whoa. That's true.
So it's interesting that it took them so long to be like, what could it possibly be? It's clearly God. Priests are dying. Okay. Well, maybe it's not God. Maybe it's not God.
Maybe it is God. The priests are dying. We're being free. I don't know.
But then they're like, oh, maybe the tanneries, which is a good idea.
I do like the idea because it's like, oh yeah, they're putting chemicals in the water that turn the frogs gay or something like that. So it's like, if the frogs are gay, what is it doing to us?
Like you're on the right path, but it took them like 3 go-rounds to be like, maybe we should cover up our bodies.
But also, they didn't even think about that.
No, they're just like, let me smell.
They're like, it's from the bad air, and you see, the bad air is going to get countered by the fresh herbs we stuff up our noses. That's why they put the flowers in, was just because that would counteract the bad air, is the nice-smelling herbs in our mask.
Guys, you don't need to mask up during COVID. All you need is to put fresh flowers in your snoots.
Oh, you just put a dandelion up your schnoz? Golden. That's all you got to do.
Also, you heard the dramatic reading. Have you actually seen the original Plague Doctor outfit?
It's so dumb.
It's so
goof.
It looks like cursed Elmo.
It does look like a cursed Big Bird cousin. Like it's a really shitty Sesame Street character draft.
It almost looks like in one of those horror video games that you play that like a random scary character comes out. It looks like that.
Ooga booga booga.
Booga booga. Yeah, it was
like Rasputin.
So that's like, it looked like the modern day the romanticized cool, Plague Doctor. I'm like, wow, that was a really nice design. And then I read that quote and I'm like, what does it actually look like? I'm like, how did we start romanticizing that?
Why did we start romanticizing a time when we needed plague doctors?
Why did we start romanticizing beating ourselves up?
Which, okay. Connection to Rasputin. Do you remember when he didn't touch himself for 6 months and didn't wash himself for 6 months because he was bad? He wanted to be closer to God. Was he a
flagellant?
Flagellant? Was he a flagellant?
No, because
we've had to physically. Literally, they're talking about they would just walk in a line and just whip their backs, and they're like, "This is how I will appease God."
That's so weird.
Is just going around trying to convince other people to join them as they just walk from town to town whipping themselves.
I mean, we talked about in Mother Teresa how everybody has weird
religious things.
Weird religious things. This is just one of those situations, but I think, because I wrote it in the notes, that this has got to be the origin of S&M. Seriously, because it feels like they're too into it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh yeah, we're doing it, and we're doing it in public, so everyone can watch us do it.
Yeah, it's
walking through towns, and of course,
beating ourselves off
and
in
of course,
public.
if you're gonna inflict pain by whipping yourself, you can't have a shirt on, so you just gotta sit there and just your pants, whipping your back. Oh,
check out my scars that I put on myself.
What a weird kink. What a weird. I'm gonna kink shame here. What a weird kink.
What are you talking about? Kink? This is a religion. Why are you associating it with anything but guys? Clearly,
there's nothing kinky about this. It's just them doing their part to
stop the plague.
Yeah. Anyways, fire good.
Yeah, fire good.
Burn down houses. It'll kill fleas.
This was they killed 15% of the population. It probably would have killed half the town. But don't worry, we have our savior, the Great London Fire.
So, off the top of your head, do you know how the Great London Fire started?
I think a lantern.
Fire, probably.
Okay.
I'm gonna Google it.
For some reason, I'm just picturing a man seeing fleas in his home and throwing a lantern at it, the same way someone would throw would just bust out a flamethrower to kill a spider in their house.
Some axe on a lighter.
It started at a bakery belonging to the king's baker, Thomas Fariner. It is believed he initially put out the fire after the spark from his oven hit a fuel hit fuel in his kitchen. Unfortunately, by the early hours of the morning. So he tried to
put it
out, but it overwhelmed him.
Did he try to put it out, or did he think he put it out and walked away?
I don't know.
Maybe both.
Maybe
both.
He tried, thought he did, and then moved on.
Hold on. I'm going to the London Fire Brigade.uk.
But like that's just the first thing that comes to my mind. It's like, oh yeah, there's a snake, or not a snake, there's a spider, burn the house down. Oh, there's fleas in here, burn the house down. Or not even fleas, there's a rat.
Also, the only thing I can think of with the Great London Fire and how it like stopped the plague is just that SpongeBob clip. We did it, Patrick. We saved the city.
It saved the plague, guys. Look how bad that is.
We did it, Patrick. We saved the city.
So it started because the guy said he put it out, but he claims that he put out the fire. But within 3 hours, his house was in inferno. So he did not put out the fire.
I mean, that's fair, because I have had like campfires where there was something metal in the campfire. I thought we put out the fire, but the heat was still being held by that metal that was still there. So when we started tossing on some stuff like leaves and stuff to start a fire like the next day, it just went.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
But he saved lives, man, if you think about it.
Yeah, I mean,
let's go fire. I detest that they killed so many cats.
Yeah, that's what I was like. I had to include this just because, first of all, girl, what are you on? They're imbued with like Satan's spirit. And then it's like,
this is the same people beating themselves for religious reasons, so...
Hey, this was... Okay, I mean, technically, it wasn't as popular at the time, but yes, they were around.
It could have been those people.
But just, they're imbued with Satan's spirit. They're the familiars of witches. Also, fun fact, definitely caused some other women to randomly die, because if the cats are witches familiar, well, it means there has to be a witch nearby, which means we had a mini Salem witch trial. Woo!
Why?
Yay.
Why can't men be witches?
No, those are wizards, and those are cool.
Yeah, they got the big hat.
I mean,
witches do too, but they don't have as cool of a hat.
Say that's Elphaba.
Okay. I will. Damn. Your hat's not that cool.
Damn.
It's not blue and has stars on it or something like that.
Big staff cooler than little wand.
Big staff cooler than broom.
True.
Broom means you have a job, so you have to clean up your own house. Real wizards animate their brooms.
What are you going to do? Go deliver stuff on your broom?
You take Kiki's delivery service out of your goddamn mouth, okay?
I knew I was going to get you with that one. But yeah, just... It's the fact that I was like, imbued with Satan's spirits, and then it made things 10 times worse.
Yep.
Because just, hey, here's our only accidental defense for the plague. But it seems a little satanic to me, so let's just...
Sounds a little communist to me.
True.
I'm kidding.
Fun little thing that I highlighted. They provided whatever medical aid they could, but they weren't actual doctors.
Mother Teresa.
Mother Teresa.
Yeah, it's like, no doctor actually wanted to be a plague doctor, but like some of the apprentices and just some random people were like, screw it.
They said, I'm going to set up a home for the dying.
Essentially, yeah.
Basically.
No, they didn't set up a home. They just went from home to home of the dying.
Oh, cheaper. You don't have to set up a home, you just have to visit one.
How could someone who has no medical knowledge whatsoever perform an autopsy?
Cut it open. Yeah, they're dead.
Cut it open, so it's like, okay, so the black from the outside, the necrosis, has spread on the inside as well. Ooh.
Or like,
that's crazy.
Is that what a lung looks like?
I'm
going to write that down, because I'm not sure.
I mean,
hey, Doc, is this what a lung is supposed to look like?
That's a pancreas.
Oh.
That explains it.
That explains why it was so goofy looking.
But, I mean, because of them, like, keeping a journal.
We actually have some idea of how many people die versus, somewhere between 1/3 to 2/3 of the entirety of Europe.
Yeah, I love that it became like 1/3 to 2/3, and then the immediate second wave was like 5%. It's like, okay, that's immediately a better calculation than
recorded 68,
guessing.
Maybe up to 100,000 people are guessing, but at least 68,000. Yeah, okay, we're getting like proper numbers here instead of somewhere between 33 and 63% of the entirety.
Yeah, I'll take like a rough guesstimate, but like 1 to 2/3 is not a rough guesstimate. That's like,
just look outside. Yeah, I think they're dead. All right, we're gonna mark the whole town down as dead.
Well,
Everybody
there were 3
died. So sad. Anyways,
I was going to say,
let's go back to whipping ourselves.
could you imagine if that was done in the modern day? Hey, I drive around town, during COVID times, and I saw nobody in the street. I guess everybody died.
True.
Like, why would you go outside in a plague?
I mean, accurate. Like, why would you? You're right. They didn't know what was causing it. Thought it was airborne. So it makes sense. We didn't really go outside during COVID. Well, we went to work, but
Well,
still, like
pharmacy work is kind of like a necessary.
Still,
thing
you
to do,
you walk around town, you see like just the people working, and maybe like 1 or 2 people out, and you'd be like, "Wow, I guess most of the people died here."
yeah, that's true.
I mean, where else are they? Could be in their homes.
At least thanks to modern science, we now know after India had a bunch of people die, it was the fleas.
The fleas.
And that's why you only see like
Australia?
one. Was it Australia or that was India?
No, India had all them dying, but Australia was the one that the outbreak helped to lead the discovery.
And
India
Panama has mosquitoes.
India just suffered.
Yeah, India. Damn,
They got it rough.
they got it rough.
They got it rough.
From Mother Teresa to this.
Yeah. A little bit of overpopulation and people being treated like garbage because they're from a lower caste system.
And Joe Harwell. I meant to mention that. I highlighted it and forgot to mention.
So we're mentioning it several episodes later.
But anyway, I'm happy we don't have the Black Death anymore because it's sounding very
That's right.
sad.
What do you mean that we don't have the Black
It's
Death?
in California.
It is in California
It wasn't-
somehow.
Just Black Death. It's not that bad. You don't need a quarantine. Like, this is a national threat. I know you guys are having a quarantine.
I guess.
So let's just hope you're not the 7 in. How many people are there in the U.S.? Like 300.
I don't know.
Okay.
He's like, this is going to ruin the tour.
The several billion people who live in the United States. And 7 people have it. So the math is...
There are over 342 million people in the U.S.
Well, that's it?
We don't
And
have billions in the U.S.?
Oh, no. No, we have...
Oh, no,
300.
it's like
Billions
7
of-
billion worldwide.
Yeah, 7 billion
Oh.
worldwide with like a billion within
China, right?
China, I think, is the one that is one of the only places that has like over a billion.
China and India.
I don't know, India, I forget if it's over or if it's close to, but both of those have about a billion each, and then everything else is spread throughout.
Yeah.
But so a 7 in 342 million chance
That's
that
pretty
you're
good.
just gonna get the plague one day. I mean, we'll be able to treat it.
Yeah.
So you're either going to get the plague or win the lottery. The choice is yours.
Well,
Yeah, you get to
The
have
choice isn't yours.
I for one hope
so
I
you
get the
either
plague.
make a lot of money or lose it all. Well, they have to try and treat you for the plague.
Oh.
With your lovely fevers, chills, pain in the abdomen, arms, legs, blackened tissue, necrosis, vomiting, and profuse bleeding. Yay!
You know what? Going forward, whenever I gamble, I'm going to bet on red instead of betting on black, just to be
For the
safe.
profuse bleeding.
I don't want to.
In
bet on the Black
solidarity.
Death.
Don't bet on Black Death. R.I.P. in peace.
R.I.P. in peace.
So yeah. Thank you all for listening to the After the Pod. Sources are in the original episode, and yeah, come back for our next podcast, please. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know how to roll out.
That's fine.
Listen to Megan's TikToks. She does history stuff on the side. She's also a published author.
I did get a paper published
Ooh.
on ancient Greece.
Yeah. So we might have to do an episode on that at some point down the line.
The straightest Greek men.
Straightest
straightest of
Greek
Greek
men.
men.
Definitely.
Sorry, just whenever I think of Greek,
My
I think
big
about
fat
all the
straight
stuff
wedding.
They're like, no, this is how you're a true man. And it's like, that's the gayest thing I've ever seen.
That's pretty much. That's Greece.
That's Greece.
That's Greece.
Anyway, I'm bad at outros. That's why you normally do them.
And if you haven't listened to the original episode, you should go do that now,
Or else.
or else
Please,
the
thank
Black
you.
Death.
It's coming for you.
I was gonna say that, but I was afraid.
Black Death.
The Black Death is gonna get you.
This isn't a threat.
It's a promise.
It's a promise. It's like a snail. It's coming for you slowly. Don't let it touch you.
Do you want to be one of the 7?
Do you want to be a snail?
No, then go listen, subscribe, smash that subscribe button, smash that comment button.
Is
Give
there
us.
other like buttons on some
You can rate us 5 stars.
Would you
Oh.
still love me if I was a worm?
Would you still love me if I was a flea?
Would you still love me if I was a flea carrying the Black Death?
No,
Or a cat in...
I would. A
In
cat. I
medieval
would.
Europe?
I would.
cat imbued with Satan's spirit.
Well, I mean, respectfully, we've had Aaron Burr, which has Satan's spirit. We've had Rasputin that has Satan's spirit. So why not?
We out here. This is the 3rd episode of Satan's Spirit. So
Pog.
And
Anyways.
until next time, guys. Bye-bye.